Hello, Matthew Bauer, Nate Brewer, and we are 4002 and you, and we are here with Anna Franz from our West Bayfront. And I've been interacting with our West Bayfront now for probably about a year and a half?
At least that, yep.
Okay, so Anna, can you tell us what our West Bayfront is? Like, you can educate Nate, I kind of already understand a little bit. Tell us about the exciting things that you guys had going on. We saw you on social media. We saw you on television. We saw you in the newspaper. You're getting closer to be a neighbor of ours, or you are now, I'm guessing. Okay. Yep. But yeah, give us your rundown, what you guys do, where you're at.
So our West Bayfront is a nonprofit neighborhood improvement organization. We are neighborhood based right here in the West Bayfront neighborhoods of the city of Erie. And our mission really is just to enhance the quality of life for these neighborhoods. Basically the footprint that extends from Sassafras Street, so right up against downtown, out to the Bayfront Parkway and down to West 12th Street. This community is home to about 13,000 residents, well over 100 businesses, churches, schools, etc. And all of those different individuals and organizations make up our West Bayfront. And we work very closely with all of them to do projects like home repair, park improvements, safety and security projects. We work with the city on infrastructure projects. We work with partners to host community events so that neighbors have stronger connections and relationships with each other. And we're also renovating properties that have sat vacant for too long. So we come in and we renovate properties. So a little bit of everything, but sort of everything that contributes to a healthier, stronger neighborhood.
You got a staff of like 2,000 people. I mean, that sounds like a lot of stuff there. How many people are involved with our West Bayfront?
So lots of people are involved. We have a tremendous volunteer team. We have a board of directors that's very engaged. In terms of staff, it's myself as the executive director, and this year we are lucky to have what's called an AmeriCorps Vista member, which is someone who's doing a year of service with us. That's kind of our staff. So it's all about the volunteer engagement and the partnerships we have.
So are you guys actively looking for more volunteers?
We are always looking for volunteers. Yeah. So we actually have a way that people can sign up to be a volunteer on our website. And they can let us know what types of projects, whether it's gardening or helping out at events or getting the word out in the community about different activities.
Must be one calling right now.
Yeah, that's right. I hope so. So sorry about that. But yeah, on our website, there's a way that people can fill out a quick survey, or they can just contact me directly.
Gotcha. So we know that you, I don't want to say moved. Did you is that what we want to say? You moved?
No, we've moved. Yeah. So yeah, we're partnered. Gannon University provides tremendous support to us as an organization. They helped create and launch our West Bayfront. And for the first several years of our existence, we were actually located there. Our staff was on campus. But one of our initiatives is to help kind of revitalize the West 8th Street district, where you've got some buildings and there's lots of residents and local businesses. So we renovated a building that had been the Howard photography property, but had been empty for a while. And we've actually now moved our offices into this space, which makes it a little bit easier for us to interact directly with community members.
So you want to tell everyone exactly where you're located? I mean, I know where you're located. I drive by there all the time.
Yeah, we're at 404 West 8th Street, which is just to the west of the intersection of 8th and Chestnut Street.
And you guys did a great job with that building. It looks great. And I personally get very, very, very excited when people fix up their buildings down in that neighborhood, because that's kind of like our stomping ground. And that's what I like to do with our staff. So can you tell people like kind of how, I mean, we heard about you because you had flyers going out and you had a meeting over at First Presbyterian Church of the Covenant, and you guys, you got community members together. You kind of asked us like, our opinion, security cameras, concrete, one-way roads, two-way roads, fixing up buildings, like, kind of like what's all that mission and like, where are you guys at with all that stuff?
Well, that's what you're describing as sort of the process we go through because we've got a large area that we serve. We kind of take it bite by bite and look at specific blocks and specific parts of the larger West Bayfront community. And then what can we do on a number of different fronts to improve, to work with neighbors, property owners, businesses, to improve those sub parts of the neighborhood, whether it's a 2 or a 3 block area or something a little bit bigger. So that conversation was a great example of our process. We brought together residents and business owners along West 8th Street, and this is not a short-term project. This is changing the look and the feel of a neighborhood through a lot of different types of activities. So we're kind of in the midst of it now, but we've worked with what are we at? Maybe 10 property owners up and down West 8th Street to help them make their repairs. We're talking to neighbors about the traffic flow and about pedestrian safety, working with the city on that, hopefully improving the safety with security cameras, which have been installed at a number of locations, and hoping to make some additional changes just to improve the feel of the street.
Yeah, that's awesome. One day, as we would do some of our improvements, I'd put it on social media, and I have a buddy in Buffalo, and he actually owns a house on like 8th and Cranberry, and he's texting me or Facebook messaging me, how do I get involved? So he kind of saw what we were doing and he wanted to get involved. And because of our West Bayfront, you guys helped us with some projects where we got siding done, roofing done, fascia soffit done, window wraps on some buildings. And we really appreciated that. And it's great to be able to give back. So through 4002 and You, every month we pick a charity or an organization that's near and dear to our heart. So you've definitely touched a lot of us over here. So we wanted to give back. So when we give that donation, like what will that be used for?
That's a good question. There's a number of things we can use it for. Probably the biggest need right now is we've got another several properties that we are preparing to acquire and to renovate. These are buildings that have been vacant for a while, and we're probably going to renovate them and make them available as quality rental housing, or possibly housing that could help people become homeowners in the neighborhood, because that's something else that we're thinking about. So I think that's probably the likely location. And your buildings look great. We're so happy to partner with you on those projects, because that has an impact not only on your properties, but on the overall neighborhood as a whole. It might inspire other properties to make those investments, and get people excited about the neighborhood. So thank you for doing such a great job with your buildings and with your projects. Well,
you guys definitely helped inspire us, especially when I saw those people sitting in that room that were definitely interested in doing stuff. We always like fixing up buildings. I take all that stuff kind of personally, but I mean, it's great that we have, our West Bayfront now taking an active role in the area down there. Can you tell everyone exactly what your area is again?
Yep. So we are just to the west of downtown. So Sassafras Street is our eastern boundary.
Okay.
West 12th Street is our southern boundary.
Okay.
And then the Bayfront Parkway out by Frontier Park is our western boundary. And then we go up to the bay, basically.
Gotcha.
So,
that's huge.
Yeah. It's huge. Yep. it's a
I don't want to put you on the spot, but is there like a next area that you're kind of focusing on?
Yeah, that's a great question. I cannot answer that yet. We are guided by a community plan. So there's actually a document that's on our website that kind of lays out areas within that larger community that are places we should really be focused at. So there are actually 10 that plan identifies. We've been working primarily in 3 of them. Okay. So we're going to be doing some work over the coming year to reach out to folks and just get some feedback on, where should we move next? We can't do all 10 at once. We know that. Sure. But if people are interested, again, that plan's on the website and they can kind of take a look and see what they identify.
And I got your website up. It's rwestbayfront.org, correct? And yep. It clearly spells out the area, tells about the history, what you do. It's really great. Thank you for doing what you do. Is there anything else you want to tell us about our West Bayfront?
I don't, I think we covered everything. Yeah, we love to have people involved. You know, feel free to call me anytime if you've got questions about the work that we're doing.
Anna, here's a question.
Mhm.
When I was browsing the website, something about student involvement and like college students, I think I saw that was kind of neat because of the communication you guys are doing for such a large area, and then to include a large part of the population, I guess, was kind of neat to see.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So I'm trying to think exactly what we said on the website, but you know, again, Gannon is one of our major partners and supporters. So we interact with students and faculty in a lot of different ways, you know, whether they be volunteers or some of the, you know, when we need research done, the first person I call is somebody at Gannon who helps me get connected with a class that can do that research. You know, there's just a lot of different ways that we work together, and it's really great, I think, for, you know, from the students' perspective, to have a better sense of the neighborhood that they're part of, because this is a community, maybe, you know, they're coming from outside Erie, they don't know the area well, and there's a great community right here. So
Looks like you guys are playing some fun games on here, and kids get to eat donuts off of a string. So
yes.
next time you do that, me and Nate know, okay, we'd like to participate.
That's the Erie Fall Fest. We probably are not going to be eating donuts off of string this year because of COVID, but yeah, Fall Festival at Gridley Park in October.
Gotcha. All righty. You got any other questions, Nate Brewer?
No questions from here. That was very helpful.
Nate, you got to get your gutters cleaned out. Okay. If you need some help with that, let me know, buddy. Okay. All right, Anna. Hey, thanks for participating with 4002 and you. I just really want you to know, you know, what you guys did for us, not just me, but, you know, that's been one of our goals and objectives down there from my whole maintenance staff, my property managers. It's been, you know, make the area more beautiful, really put some investment into the properties. And that definitely helped us, you know, reach some of our goals and objectives. So I really appreciate that.
Well, thank you again for being a great partner. Thank you so much for your support through 4002 and you. We really appreciate it. Yeah.
You got it. All right, Matt Bauer, Nate Brewer, and Anna Franz with our West Bayfront. Signing off. See you next month.